Okay, guys, this is the first video that I'm going to show you on addition and subtraction, multiplication, division of mixed numbers. So let's suppose that um, we have 4 and 2/3, and we want to multiply or divide by 3 and 1/4. Okay, so on multiplication and division, you want to go ahead and change those to an improper fraction. So that's going to be 3 times 4 plus 2, which is 14 over 3, times 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4. And then you want to multiply. Okay. You'll forget to multiply by 3 or 4. And so you're going to get 13 times 14, which is 140. That's 14 times 10 plus 14 times 3 is 42 over 12. Okay, so that's going to come up to be 182 over 12. And then we're going to need to reduce that. Okay. And you can reduce that multiple ways. You can maybe divide by 4. I think the top and the bottom are both divisible by 4. Nope, they're not. So 2, divide them both by 2, and that would be 91 over 6. And top's not divisible by 3. I think that's it. Okay. And you can convert that to a mixed number if you need to. Okay, so let's look at addition and subtraction. It's a little bit harder than division and multiplication. Division and multiplication, you really don't really have a choice. You really need to change those to improper fractions. But in an addition and subtraction, you have a choice. I would, though, recommend that you go ahead and change those to improper fractions also, because you have to borrow. And sometimes we just mess up when we borrow. So let's look at if we're adding. Addition and subtraction might be the same thing here. So 2 and 1/5, and we're going to add 3 and 1/4. Okay. So if you see this, you could just go ahead and add the 2 and the 3, and then you would have to find common denominators for the fraction part. That would be okay. But if you've got to find one method that works for you. So this would be 11/5 plus 13/4. And then the common denominator between 4 and 5 it's going to be 20. And so you're going to multiply the top fraction by the magic number 1, 4 over 4, to get that. And so the new numerator for the top fraction is 44. And then this one, the magic number 1 is going to be 5 over 5. And so that's going to be 1565. And then you add those together, and you're going to get an answer that is something over 20, which would be 109. And then you might want to see if that can reduce, or write it as a mixed fraction, which would be 5 and 9 over 20. And then you can see right there, that's not going to reduce any further. 5 and 9/20, or 109 over 20. Subtraction works the same way, except for you just subtract the numerators and put them over the denominator. Okay, so we want to look at also renaming the mixed number. So here we have 12 and 8/5. This is the same thing as 1 and 3/5, right? So that's 13 and 3/5. Or we could say, we could convert this to, hey, that's 10 over 5. That's 2 plus 11 and 3/5. So that could be 11 and 13/5 would